In this episode of Into the Track, we feature Charles Callahan Massabo, also known as Callahan. He is a French musician, producer, and DJ based in the United States. Callahan has produced thousands of acclaimed songs and albums. Among his most notable works are his collaborations as a songwriter and producer with bands like Falling in Reverse
About to break down, searching for a way out. I'm a liar, I'm a cheater,
and Daily Suicide.
Those lines in the streets tonight. Yeah.
Join us in this episode as we deconstruct Bleed by Johnny Craven with him.
Hey, what's up everyone? So my name is Charles Callahan Massabo and I've been asked to do the post-production and the mix on the new single Bleed by Johnny Craven. So Johnny asked me to change the song into something more active rock, more mainstream. Reprogramming the drums, reprogramming the bass, changing the chord progression on the guitars, the guitar tones, and pretty much everything about the track. I tried to keep his vocals as close as possible as what was done in the first place, even if I made them a little wider and a little bigger on the chorus. So let me put up that Pro Tools session and show you what I've done. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to change to make it more active rock was the drum programming. I wanted the drums to follow the guitar riff way more. The original track I received was way too straightforward to me and sounding a little old school, and I wanted to add a new groove. So here's what I had. Sick riff. And after changing the bass, the guitar tone, adding a few shakers and a few synths for the texture to make it more modern, this is what we got. So on the intro and the verse, we added on top of the reprogrammed drums a few loops of Damage that I filtered to keep that industrial feel, but to follow the new groove. So here is how it sounds. Let me solo all the drums for you. Check this out. Okay, so once I was done reprogramming all the drums over the track and changing the sound design, I wanted to pay some attention to the chorus. So let me show you what I got in the first place.
I'm gonna make you bleed, 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 bleed. I'm gonna make you.
So I was not a big fan of keeping the riff the same way the entire time. I wanted to change the chord progression. I wanted the chorus to sound wider and have more textures. So this is what we got done.
I'm gonna make you bleed, 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 bleed. I'm gonna make you bleed, bleed.
We added some crowd noises, some explosions, some extra synths. The guitars, I would love to show you, are a bunch of octavers on top of each other, making it really disgusting. This is what we got. I wanted to keep the same rhythm as the original riff, but follow a chord progression that was a little more pop rock. The band loved it, so I ended up putting it on every chorus on the song. We recorded 6 guitars, 3 stereo pairs, with 3 different pitch shifter to cover the entire range as much as we could to create a wall of guitars. So between the guitars, the bass and the sub bass, this is what we get. vocals was a little more challenging because we have no choice. We are in the middle of a pandemic. We cannot be in the same room. So we had to do everything by email or Zoom calls. I'm really stoked about the result though. Let me show you what we got. So on the verse, I really wanted everything to sound really creepy, really evil. So what I've done is, once again, adding a bunch of distortion and different pitch shifters that are pretty glitchy. So behind the real vocals, there is this going on.
It seems like 2,000 light years ago. Every night, still a nice night to die.
In the mix.
I'm gonna make you bleed.
So I had a blast working on this song. Johnny and his team are extremely cool, very nice people, really hard worker. You know, I asked him to change words and retrack a few vocals here and there, and he would always like be on top of it. And really hard worker. I love the result we got. I really hope you guys will love this result too, and you enjoyed that little behind the scene piece.